brothers and sisters who don't like you?
Because there was a whole bunch of brothers and sisters that didn't like Jesus Christ. That's why. And ain't nobody ever been put on this earth that everybody liked. They done killed Martin Luther King, and the only thing he kept singing was, "We shall overcome in love and peace." Killed him, wiped him out. Killed Malcolm. Wiped out everybody, man. Don't you understand? And some cat hired 3 black cats to wipe out the man who was the martyr of our time. And when they killed him, he had half a church full of people. It wasn't like it was packed and jammed, because already he was losing. And he says it himself, if you read his works, that there's a whole bunch of niggas that don't like me. Black folks like me, but not the niggas. Which is true.
This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The thoughts, views shared here are just that, views. We just conversing, sharing perspective while having fun. So don't take this shit personal, and definitely don't try this at home. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Let's get to it.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.
What's poppin' with the family? You can be anywhere in the world, but you click that thumbnail and you here with the boy, man. Let me give y'all a round of applause. You know, everybody don't want to see you win, man. You know, it's a lot of people that hate you for no reason. It's a lot of people that dislike your evolution, your growth, that you have tolerated a lot of foolishness. You know, at the end of the day, I want to say this a couple of times. I don't want to be too long-winded on this podcast. They was rooting for you. You know, they was rooting for you until you went further than they expected. Real talk. You know, on this episode, we're going to be talking about the Dave Chappelle interview that was with NPR. I feel like it is something that has to be addressed. A lot of music was released. AZ is coming back out, and he's coming out through Nas' label, Mass Appeal. Fabulous dropped a freestyle that was dope. Ice Spice, you know, she and McDonald's in Hollywood boxing. Real talk, she boxing. Capone and Noriega, one of my favorite duos who we have to celebrate, who we have to acknowledge, was on Memphis Bleak platform, and they had a lot to say. We're going to address some of those things also. DJ Khaled released a record. Boosie and Vlad is at odds. Charles Barkley and Stephen A. Smith is at odds. We're going to have a great conversation and a great show today, but, you know, for all my people that's hustling, all my people that's grinding, all my people that's riding around getting to that paper, you know how we rock over here on the Trevor Jackson Podcast platform. We listen to the music before we get into the commentary. Let's go.
Wale, and I love you, and I want you. Have faith in a young nigga, please. Have faith, and I will never ever leave. I love you, yeah. I want you, yeah. Have faith in a young OG. Have faith and do a B.I.G. Yeah. Rock grooves and make moves with all the mommies. Back at the club with Say where you find me. Back at the club with 2 things on me probably. Back at the club I got that spade Chris Folly. Who got grooves and make moves with all the mommies. Back at the club with Say where you find me. Back at the club with 2 things in the party. Back at the club I got that spade Chris Folly. Yeah. Soon as I get home, I make it up to you. Ready to do what he never do. Got her at Cancun, sweating out her face powder, watching her pants move down. Set the generous zipper, get the digits and I split her like it's different opinions. Yeah, I love when she call me Big Papa. You keep riding how you riding, you'll be knocked up. Oh, I gotcha, no, I gotcha. And I got you like I got you, said our cops come. You so loud with your cute ass, wow, when we do that. Pussy know my name when he pound, nigga, who that? No, really, who that? Any cat ride smoother than you would be a new Jag. Fake me. Hope you guys not fake me. Ain't the one that takes out of my piece. I'm out, peace, don't wait for me. nigga place. Have faith and I will never ever leave. I love you, yeah, I want you, yeah. Have faith in a young OG, have faith and do a B.I.G., yeah.
I heard she chased by the safeties and tight ends, so I put it in a safe cause she might sin. I could go Wraith, but I might Benz. All I got is faith in these light skins. All I got is faith in these light skins. All I got is faith in these light skins. All I got is faith in these light skins. All I got is faith in these light skins. This is not for goofy niggas wearing bright lens. Every time I wave my wrist, they think it's lightning. They don't know about this fatigue up here on Dykeman, but them diamonds back me up just like the hype man. I'ma pull up on you, nigga, not a Skype friend. If you ain't tryna level up, I'm not your type then. One eye on your bitch, I be sniping. All the pieces hitting, I be swiping. Told wifey Faith never sweat Baltimore's. We could lose all tomorrow and order more tomorrow. The ballers gotta appreciate the water boy. There's a difference in smooth silk or corduroy. But don't you ever lose faith in me. Don't you ever violate and think you're safe with me. And I know you don't believe in niggas, but do you have faith in me? Do you have faith in me? Yeah. Do you have faith in me? Do you have faith in me? Yeah. Do you have faith in me? All I got is faith in these light skins. All I got is faith in these light skins. All I got is faith in these light skins. All I got is faith in these.
Let me give Wale and Fabulous a round of applause. Phenomenal record, Faith in Me. You know, after hearing this freestyle, I feel like Fabulous has been doing the game a disservice by not releasing any projects. You know, the fly nigga rap is limited right now. Everybody is talking about ops and shooting folks and all the crazy rhetoric that is being pushed by the algorithm to keep people monetized. Now, you know, I take notes so I can have a good conversation. You know, cancel culture is at an all-time high. You know, beef and tension and just elevated being disgruntled. You know, people just being disgruntled is the most monetized thing when I look at YouTube. And some people think that they're educating the masses by talking about what they don't like about a person or about what they dislike about an individual. And we're going to have this conversation about cancellation, but I want to talk about why Dave Chappelle was on NPR first. So he invested in the WYSO, which is a local NPR affiliated public radio station in his hometown of Yellow Springs, Ohio. So what the interview was about, really, it was about control. It was about truth. It was about community ownership and who shapes reality going forward. What else I wrote in my notes was that, you know, WYSO represents human curated information, not algorithmic fed content. Chappelle is indirectly pushing back on TikTok narratives, viral misinformation, outrage-driven content cycles. Because when we look around, you know, I'm not going to talk about it on this episode, but when Cameron and Buddy from the WWE, he pulled him over the desk and all of that. And, you know, people was ready to think that that was a real situation, even though we know it's scripted like the WWE is scripted. 50 Cent has been viral with the T.I. beef and all of that. The Drake and Kendrick beef, all of this algorithmic driven tension is what people are clicking and they're, you know, they gravitate to. So Dave Chappelle, he's buying something in his hometown so he can have some substance in his ear. I want to play a clip from this conversation to start this conversation off because, you know, last year Fat Joe was saying some things. People were saying things and cancel culture got to its height. I think it got to a point. Dave Chappelle even was almost canceled. So many people almost been canceled, but I don't think you can cancel a human being. I want to know y'all takes in the comment section below before we even get into the podcast and get into the conversation. Let's go.
Misconstrued, and you feel like you have to police comedy to get your point across, you should assess your point.
I heard you say at your when you received the Mark Twain Award, which is a very big honor, and congratulations.
Thank you.
I mean, it's really the highest recognition that this country really gives somebody in your field. And one of the things that you said that struck me was that if you go to a comedy club somewhere in America, your feelings and thoughts are represented.
Every opinion has a champion.
And say more about that, though. Why do you think that matters?
Because it's important, because every opinion that you could think of is championed in a room. I don't silence your champions. In fact, I make space for your champions to have a voice. But I'm not your champion, and I am someone else's. You can't silence the team that you don't like, what they're saying, but you do have the opportunity to go on after them, say your piece. This has happened to me so many times in my career where a guy will say something, I'm like, and I'll feel a way about it. I don't think that they should be silenced, but I can't wait to go put me up next.
And I'm going to have what I have to say about it.
I got you. And then afterwards, we go upstairs. We might talk shit, but we're fairly cordial.
You know, the beauty of being an American and being in America is freedom of speech. That's the beauty of it. But when we want to remove that and counsel individuals based upon what they say that we don't agree with, it seems like people lack information. And just because they don't agree with something, and just because they don't like something, they don't want to hear the person speak anymore, instead of having a conversation, an educational conversation about what they disagree with. Now, to me, he said, make space for your champion. You may disagree with, I even disagree with things that Charlie Kirk said about reparations, about black people, about, assistance and all of that. But he was somebody else's champion. Now, me and him could disagree about something, but could we sit down and have a conversation that could give people a different perspective? That's why it's certain channels on YouTube that's important. I forgot the channel that they have the debates and all of that. Jubilee, that's the name of the channel. The Jubilee channel, that is a very important channel because people are sitting down disagreeing. Everybody has their own perspective, and I don't think that we should counsel individuals based upon their thoughts, their views, and their beliefs. Because people believe in different religions. People believe in multiple gods. People believe in a multitude of things. And the word believe is just crazy to me also. But what Dave Chappelle said is important about cancellation. Let's get into the next one.
And Mo was probably on that circuit doing the secret shows in Saudi. And man, the thing that was remarkable was the crowd reaction. Right before I went on stage, it's actually funny. Right before I went on stage, they gave me a list of all the things I wasn't supposed to address. It was like right before I went on stage. So I took the list on stage, and that was the show. I just did the list. Don't talk about the royal family. Is that y'all? And I just made fun of them. Man, they were screaming. Ah. Then after the show, I'm backstage at a meet and greet, and there was all these young comedians from all over the Middle East. They were looking at me like I wouldn't even know that they'd know who I am. They couldn't believe I was there. They kept saying, "You just say that? You just say that stuff?" Yeah, it's not a big deal in my mind. But I never forgot that. And that was in Dubai. Man, in Riyadh, that crowd watching that comedy, the first time the government let them even see something like this, it was like a baby tasting sugar.
That's interesting when we over here trying to counsel people for the things that they say when it's illegal over there to speak freely. They're controlled. He said that the government allowed them to be able to see this type of rhetoric and comedy and him speaking the way he speaks. It's things over here that seems minimal to us that we should be appreciative of, and counseling individuals is the easy way out. Having a rebuttal or a response to what's being said that you may not understand from them, and trying to articulate it in a way that your people can understand that who champions you, and speaking it in an educational way, that's the real challenge, man. I salute to Dave Chappelle. Real talk, because I feel like human beings can't be counseled. That wasn't the part from that interview that everybody was talking about. I was listening to Mark Lamont Hill on the Joe Budden podcast talk about the capitalism piece, the financial piece that he spoke about. And he talked about dirty money. He talked about people in America using other nations to obtain finances. And why can't he do it? And this was an interesting take, because capitalism is something that I feel like people are becoming more aware of. People are understanding that it's something that they have to participate in, and that they participate in unwillingly if they're not knowledgeable about it. We're going to get into this conversation. Let's go.
The U.S. intelligence did make it clear that they believe that the Saudis killed Jamal Khashoggi and the embassy in Turkey. And you knew that when you went, right?
Oh, absolutely. Now, I should tell you.
You had no qualms?
I won't say that. They asked me to go years before that. Mm-hmm. And I said no for that very reason. Since that time, the United States government does business with the Saudis. Netflix does business with the Saudis. Everyone. The Saudis finance tons of movies. All these. I know. I see them financing boxing matches and all these things. And none of these things were an issue until I went there. Mm-hmm. And why is that? As soon as a black man can make money off the plantation, they try to tell you that the money is dirty. Well, okay, I'll go home and spend the money with actual slave owners on it. Mm-hmm. Where is this clean money you're talking
But you
about?
said you hesitated for years to go. The years you didn't go. So what made the difference for you?
Time and circumstance. Time and the wheels of commerce kept turning. If you want to be that pure about money, then stop driving your car, stop eating, don't use your cell phone. Everything is tethered to something that's just terrible. And I can make a million excuses or reasons to deprive that crowd of that show. But man, when I was standing in front of them, I feel like I did the right thing. Mm-hmm. Our governments are going to ruin everything for us. We'll never get to know each other if we just do everything that they want to do or function on the terms that they want us to function. And we don't even really know what's going on. Not for sure.
Well, artists have always made these decisions. I mean, there were these decisions in South Africa under apartheid. There were decisions about whether.
He said, we don't really know what's going on until we go over there and view it. I want to see the world the way I want to see it. I want to believe that it is a certain way. But the world is the way that it is, and I have to accept it the way that it is. From a financial aspect, from a capitalist aspect, from just a realist aspect. And him speaking like this, I never heard nobody talk about global financial entertainment commerce. And people being upset for him doing that, when they doing the same thing, but it's okay when they do it. What Finesse 2 Times say, it's cool when they do it, but it's a problem when I do it. F them. There's a lot of people who believe in a lot of things, and they have beliefs in religion, the Bible and things, but they do the total opposite right there in your face. And to tell you wrong when you're doing the same thing. I want to play that one more time because that was interesting. I hope y'all okay with it because, dirty money, participating in capitalism, it's just a deep conversation. Before we get into the hip hop commentary, let's go.
The U.S. intelligence did make it clear that they believe that the Saudis killed Jamal Khashoggi and the embassy in Turkey. And you knew that when you went, right?
Oh, absolutely. Now, I should tell you.
You had no qualms?
I won't say that. They asked me to go years before that. And I said no for that very reason. Since that time, the United States government does business with the Saudis. Netflix does business with the Saudis. Everyone. The Saudis finance tons of movies. All these, I know, I see them financing boxing matches and all these things. And none of these things were an issue until I went there. Now, why is that? As soon as a black man can make money off the plantation, they try to tell you that the money is dirty. Well, okay, I'll go home and spend the money with actual slave owners on it. Where is this clean money you're talking
But you
about?
said you hesitated for years to go, the years you didn't go. So what made the difference for you?
Time and circumstance, time and the wheels of commerce kept turning. You know, if you want to be that pure about money, then stop driving your car, stop eating, don't use your cell phone. Everything is tethered to something that's just terrible. And I can make a million excuses or reasons to deprive that crowd of that show. But man, when I was standing in front of them, I feel like I did the right thing. Our governments are going to ruin everything for us. We'll never get to know each other if we just do everything that they want to do.
Speaking of New York, you said...
I apologize, y'all. That was a clip that we about to get to next. You know, what I heard him saying in that clip was they expect you to care when they show you that they don't care. He said when a black man starts to make money off of the plantation is America. If I make money outside of her the same way that they making money, then it's a problem. What changed his perspective on that was time and circumstances. Time, that's our most valuable currency. Circumstances would change your perspective on things. You know, they will make you believe that you're doing wrong and you're going to a certain place if you do wrong, but they do it. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck them. Salute to Dave Chappelle. Great interview, great conversation with NPR. Salute to Dave Chappelle for buying the radio station so they can curate great conversation at home for him and natural conversation and not algorithmic based conversation. That is a great thing that he's buying up his hometown. But I got a question for y'all after I give him another round of applause. You know, if you became a multi-million-dollar individual in your hometown or outside of your hometown, would you invest in your hometown like Dave Chappelle is doing? Or would you invest in yourself or wherever you located currently? Because that is a conversation that in a situation that I'm dealing with currently. You know, it's interesting. Hey, we get ready to switch it up, man. I put this New York lid on for a reason. You know, we got a lot of New York commentary to talk about. We got a down south brother that Trick Daddy that's talking about who is the king of New York. He talks about his top 5 in New York City. And we get ready to get into this conversation too because hip hop was created in New York. Rap music and writing raps may not have been created in New York City. It was created well before New York City established the financial aspect of hip hop. But Trick Daddy has some interesting things to say on the Art of Dialogue. And salute to Art, man, for the great commentary and the great podcast he's been doing lately too, though. Let's go.
Speaking of New York, you said that Jay, he wasn't the greatest rapper to come out of New York.
I believe that DMX was. I believe that DMX was different. I believe that DMX. I grew up on. I respect everything Jay's done for hip hop, but I believe that DMX was a different kind of beast. I think that the king of New York is LL Cool J. He been doing this shit since I was in the 4th, 5th grade. This was a nigga that licked his lips and then told you he needed love. Then he turned around and told you mama said to knock your ass out. Then he told you was jiggling, baby. Then he started acting. He got his own TV show, played in many movies. I don't think that LL Cool J, not to take away nothing from what 50 did, not to take away nothing from what Jigga did, and Ja Rule gave us hits for years. But LL Cool J to me is the king of New York.
You know, me personally, I will say it's about personal preference. But my king of New York, the best lyricist from New York, the person that has contributed the most to the evolution of New York City, I ain't even got to say his name if y'all follow my channel, but it's Nostradamus if you new here. What he's doing with Mass Appeal, AZ, you know what he did last year by releasing those 7 albums from those hip hop historians was a phenomenal thing. Let me give him a round of applause. But we got to talk about what Trick Daddy was talking about, because he mentioned DMX, he mentioned LL Cool J, and he mentioned Jay-Z. Jay-Z, and this is the reason why I say it's personal preference, because comparing and competing is something that the black culture has been doing for eons now. And we was taught to compare and compete. That's not something that we naturally do. But DMX was unique. He may be the most liked, the person that people gravitated to the most, the one that was multi-talented. He didn't miss on none of his records. Slipping and Falling is a great record. He was nationwide. He came to my hometown and lived for a while. He lived in Arizona. He lived in Tennessee. He was all over the place doing his thing. He did movies. Romeo Must Die with Aaliyah. He was a multi-talented individual, and he was a force to be reckoned with. He beat Jay-Z in a freestyle battle. But LL Cool J, the person and the individual who created the GOAT acronym, the greatest of all time. Some people say it's Muhammad Ali, but in the hip hop world, the GOAT was created by LL Cool J. LL Cool J is the reason why Def Jam got established. LL Cool J first 10 albums went platinum. Go do your research. Jay-Z, his success from the financial aspect is unmatched. The music that he created resonates with people's souls in a way that a lot of individuals can't compete with. I like Jay-Z. I like Nas. I like Big. Big didn't have a long enough run. But I want to know in the comment section below, who is the king of New York of all time? Let me let Trick Daddy cook again.
Who will be your top 5 New York rappers of all time, if you can give me yours?
New York top 5, AZ, LL, Jay-Z, 50, and Big.
That's a nice top 5 too, man. I like that AZ pick. He real underrated, man.
Yeah. I fuck with AZ. That whole firm shit they had going on, I fuck with that. Foxy and Eve too. Shout out to Foxy Brown and Eve, because I ain't mentioned them earlier. After Salt and Pepper and JJ Fad, we needed Foxy Brown and Eve. We needed that.
He ain't rocking with no Rakim or Nas?
I fuck with Nas. Eric B. and Rakim, those are my favorite. Those I grew up on Eric B. and Rakim. I grew up on EPMD. I know they albums word for word. But you asked me for my top 5. And everybody can't be, I can't put 6 or 7 in 5. 6 or 7 won't make it in 5.
You know what was weird about that? You know, I used this as a talking point because I wanted to talk about New York hip hop. I'm a student of New York hip hop, and I'm from Tennessee. I'm from the South. I'm a country boy at the end of the day. He said that Jay-Z isn't in the king of New York status. He put LL Cool J and DMX as kings of the New York in that previous clip, but he didn't put them in his top 5, but he put Jay-Z in his top 5. I'm confused. But what was interesting is that he mentioned AZ. And we're going to react to AZ's new single from Do or Die 3. I feel like AZ is one of the most underrated artists of all time. He's currently signed to Mass Appeal and Nas. We have been wanting a collaboration, a duo project from AZ and Nas for multiple decades. I think that we're going to get that after we get this Do or Die 3. And it was just interesting to see that he put AZ in his top 5 list of NYC rappers, because a lot of people will say that he's old. A lot of people will say that they don't appreciate that cadence. A lot of people will say that he ain't spitting nothing. But let's check out his new single, react to it, give our takes. And I want to know your thoughts about AZ's new record in the comment section below. Let's go.
Hello. Yeah, so what are going to take to close this deal? Of course, numbers. I'm talking zip code numbers. I'm talking telephone numbers. How much? Sound about right. All right, we got a deal. See you top of the week. Cause I'm so smooth. Shit crazy.
I'm so high, so high, so high, I can't come down. So high, so high, so high, I can't come down.
On top of the globe, angel on top of the rose, the presidential copped it in gold. Stop and behold the flies. You can bet it's only bums that's biased. Best believe I'm under some sun with the itis, one of the nicest. Sugar Hill still real, no vices. Bigger bills, lips sealed in his likeness to God. Heaven or hell, a destiny tell. You in the cut, sizing me up, just measure me well. Satin lapel, black patent leather Chanel's, double-breasted, as if I etched it, finessing it well. I made it, upgraded. Street slang can never be jaded. Mention me, speak my name with your favorites. Elated, I lasted. Any perpetrating, push past it. Chasing paper, I'm a part of the classics. They listen. If faced with any major decisions, just know I'm straight and pray I'm forgiven.
I'm so high, so high, so high, I can't come down. So I'm so high, so high, so high, I can't come down.
4 hedge funds, 3 net sags, 2 left legs. It's less sad when you left for dead. Let it spread, be a boss, invest some bread. That's what he said, Johnny Dredd, he was off his mess. Ferrari red, rather stack than party instead. Played it back, all our actions don't involve me with fares. A car on the reg, I'm vocal, pressing politic when supposed to. Posting Wally pics from the old school won't hold you. I'm working, and know me is to meet me in person. Stay dolly, seeking and searching is more. Meek and humble, could move 100 deep if I want to, but know it's best to creep when you come through is caution. 100 mil, a wheel of fortune. My portion buried 6 feet, sealed in the coffin, was cracking. I'm tapped in, vapping and stacking, stashing grants and still spinning them jacks.
And I'm so grateful, all these days I prayed for. Blessings pour like rainfall, shower me eternally. I'm so grateful, hard times kept me faithful. Stay down when my day was shiny beams like shiny beams like you. I'm so high, so high, so high, I can't come down. I'm so high, so high, so high, I can't come down. I'm so high, I'm so I'm so high, ooh, I'm so
Hey, let me give AZ a round of applause. Real talk. You know, he said something on the intro of that song that was interesting to me That song to me was a celebration of life, a celebration of longevity, a celebration of success. Salute to Moo Fresh for that phenomenal chorus, those phenomenal vocals that she laid down. The brother was talking numbers, and I don't know if people missed this. He said, you talking zip code numbers, that's 5 digits. He said, I'm talking telephone numbers. That's 10 digits. Y'all got to understand when people are speaking subliminally and metaphorically. That was a great record, and I'm excited for the album. It releases May the 8th. Do or Die 3. I will be here to react to it. The first release for Mass Appeal. In 2026, man, salute to Nas. He's doing big things, man, and I'm just happy to be able to be the person that is here to react and review to music from individuals that I looked up to. You know, I react most of the time to artists that's older than me. I'm 46 years old, but I'm still a fan of the people who came before me. Folks will say that these niggas old, I ain't supporting them. I don't mess with the old heads and all that old type of stuff. They need to switch up the swag and all of that. They don't need to change anything at all to me. I'm going to be here to support. I'm going to be here to acknowledge and react to the music. Salute to AZ, salute to Mass Appeal, salute to Nas. Great record featuring Moo Fresh, So High. Let's go. Hey, man, I get excited when I start talking about music, man. But we're going to switch the topics up. We're going to talk about a young artist. You know, I'm not too fond of her work, but she's from NYC too, man. You know, Ice Spice. I just know her for, you know, twerking. Content creators talking about her cheeks and all of that. Her being at Kansas City football games with Taylor Swift and stuff. But, you know, she just went viral as of recently. And this clip that I'm about to play is according to TMZ. You know, the source is TMZ. I got this content from TMZ. Let's check it out. Let's react to it. Let's give a perspective on this. And I want to, you know, implement the people that's watching the show in this also. I want to know y'all thoughts and perspectives on this. Young, old, it don't matter the age. Let's get to it.
Are you from Cali? Where you from? Are you from Cali? Where you from? Are you from Cali? No, I'm from Chirac. Where you from? Oh, you're from Chirac. Yeah. So where you from? So where you from? I'm from McDonald. I'm from Wade. Where you from? Where you from? Where you Are you okay? Are you with them? Nah, I'm not with them. I'm with my friend right here. They just came in right now. But you're the one gassing to them that I'm here, right? Nah, I didn't know. I didn't know he was here. You were thinking that way. I didn't know he was here. Nah, why did you just touch me? Are you good? Got my phone? Yeah, sure. Fuck y'all. That's why. Fuck you and that bitch. Alright. Why is that bitch fucking me? Why would I relax and you touch her? She's drunk. Yo, what the f?
Chavez is called Ice Spice. We're going viral. Next week we on the shame going through.
You gonna space a bitch?
No. Wait, calm down, calm down.
Let me fight her.
Wait.
On your mama. On your mama. Let me fight her. Let me fight a bitch. Why would you wanna fight me? Are you a bitch?
Calm down.
You wanna fight a bitch? Why would you fight me, bitch?
We get off on anything.
You 120 pounds. Let's get at it then. Let's get at it then.
Calm down. Calm
The
down. Wait, calm down.
Y'all
Calm down.
think cause the famous?
No, what happened?
You from what?
That's on
You.
That's on P.
Where you from?
What happened? I don't
What
understand
the
what
you
happened.
mean what happened?
I wasn't. Get off in her
You
shit.
wasn't there? Where she at? Where she at? And why the you wanna record? It's funny.
Hey, don't jump her. Hey, don't push him though. Don't push him though. Don't push him because he can't hit you the back. Don't push him. Calm down. All right, but calm down.
Interesting. That's all I gotta say. That's interesting. You know, once you get to a certain level of success, why are you even entertaining these type of activities? Like, why are you even in the presence of these type of activities? I know the Ice Spice is from the Bronx. That's supposed to be the roughest borough in New York City, though. But I don't know why she's involved in this, man. She be around the biggest, Taylor Swift. Why ain't no security around Ice Spice? Spice. You ain't got no security. I could tell she ain't got no nigga or no man because the man's man supposed to protect her. You know, them New York folks, I want to say something about y'all, and I respect y'all though, but y'all look cocky though. Y'all look cocky for no reason. Sometimes that cockiness be unnecessary and people don't be tolerating that. And those folks in California be calm. But when I heard the girl say, "Where you from, shawty?" I don't like that shit, man, because, you know, a location that you don't own shouldn't define you. Where you from? We always be saying that in the culture, you know, music has been globalized now and it's not regional no more. Culture is been globalized, it's not regional no more. And people still want to represent and talk about blocks that they from that they don't own. Should Ice Spice have checked in? Another thing that caught my attention is that she's at a McDonald's. The fuck? Why you eat McDonald's, shawty? Like on some real shit. Why you eat McDonald's? Why you in a McDonald's with no security in Hollywood? Hollywood is a place that is over exaggerated. It's a filthy place. It ain't nowhere like significant that you would want to be. And before I played this girl's reaction that TMZ released and what she had to say about Ice Spice, help me understand this terminology, you know what I'm saying? Because the girl said, "You want to shake some ass," when she approached Ice Spice. You know I'm an old nigga. What does shaking ass mean? Does that mean you want to fight? You want to throw hands? Or we're going to have a twerk off in here? What does that mean, shake ass? Real talk, because that was a little bit... let's get to it, man.
And we came from the beach earlier that night and we decided to go walk around Hollywood or whatever. But before we did that, we decided to stop by McDonald's because we all had to use the bathroom. So then one of my friends, she comes out and she was like, oh, I think that's Ice Spice over there. And I'm like, oh, for real? So I go up to them and I'm giving her and the other girl she was with compliment. And then immediately Ice Spice was just being rude. She was like, why are you over here? You could leave. Bye. And I'm like, why are you being rude, pretty much? And she was basically saying, like, you could just leave. Bye. Like, I don't even know why you're at my table. Then that's when I proceed to ask her, like, you don't got to be rude. I'm just giving you guys a compliment. And I'm like, you know what? Where are you from? She said, I'm from New York. So I said, let me tell you something. I don't care where you from. I'm like, you in LA, you in my city now. You can't be out here disrespecting people. Like, if you wanted us to leave, you could have just politely said, oh, I'm not in the mood or something, right? Instead of just yelling at me. So she kept going on this.
Sometimes I don't understand the youth. You from Chirac, but LA is your city. You don't got beef with Ice Spice, but Ice Spice don't know you. I really don't understand people, and that's the reason why I try my best to keep a distance from individuals that are I don't even want to use the word that I want to say though, but kind of slow. Like, she's a celebrity. She got to protect herself, Ice Spice. And she wasn't by being in a McDonald's amongst belligerent individuals who don't know who they are or don't know what they will and what they won't accept. And that girl's rebuttal or her response lets me know that, you know, Ice Spice was in a space and a territory that she should have had security. You know, I'm not a celebrity or nobody that is significant when it comes to that world of celebrity, but man, I got my head on a swivel. I got my P's and Q's on. And when I was in Hollywood, that's a place that I wouldn't even never want to go back to. I seen so many people just laying in the street, pissing in the street, boo-boo in the street, homeless people at an all-time highs, rich people and homeless people in the same room, in the same vicinity. It's just a weird space that I'm not used to being in this southeastern region. But you know what I want to say to Ice Spice in closing to this? I want to say something in closing to this because, you know, I feel like I can assist her in ways that, you know, the average individual wouldn't see. Hold on. My fault, y'all. My fault. I'm trying to get the next clip ready. The average individual wouldn't see, you know, you the prize. You got people that is leaning on you. You got people that depend on you. You got a whole borough that depends on you. You got hip hop. You got a record label that depends on you. And this is something that I want to say to the record label also, because how valuable is Ice Spice to y'all if y'all got her in a McDonald's unsecured, where children can approach her and knock her out because she got her ass conked out there in the street. We seen that on that clip. She got knocked out. She ain't ready for that smoke and that tension no more because she has lived a privileged life. Ice Spice, you got to protect yourself, man. That McDonald's ain't worth it. Real talk. I want to move along in the conversation. We're going to keep it New York. We're going to keep it hip hop. I want to play a record before I get into this commentary with CNN because, you know, they haven't released a record in a long time. They got a classic. And I want to play my favorite record from CNN, Capone and Noriega. You know, Noriega is the host of Drink Champs. He's the creator of Drink Champs. But I want to play this record because it's significant before we get into the conversation. You know, I have my favorite duos of all time is Outkast, UGK, Mobb Deep, 8 Ball and MJG. But Capone and Noriega is not the type of artist that you should sleep on. Let's get to the record.
I'm just chillin', pop, serving my time. Got my greens on, these faggots ain't deserving to shine.
And yeah, while I'm home, you like living abroad. I heard them crackers diss you, smack you at the board.
With 24 done, they did the same to Norman and Lord. Heard you cop the silver GS, my nigga, you scored.
Yeah, it's nothing, cause I'm getting bread. Crack is dead, bitches wanna give me head.
You's a funny nigga, I just saw Kai in the yard. He said holla when you get a chance, scribe the guard.
Tell Kai I said what up, and and sister is grown. I caught the 4/5 auto, it's pretty with chrome.
The day I come home, I need a mink and a brand new Mac. A few jump off, some Dons in the theater black.
I'm outside on the streets, just holding it down.
I'm in jail pumping iron, son, and reading books.
I'm in the studio, dropping 16s with hooks.
I'm in the yard in the cypher, just smoking my sticks.
I'm in Queens, Coliseum, just copping you kicks.
I hit the little library, hope to come home soon.
I just finished up the album, finna drop in June.
Yeah. My little dumb gangsters caught in blood beef with the kings. You know Giraffe, brother, my dun I used to creep with in Queens.
And that's my done too, so I'ma find out now. I have my dogs on the island, just get on the prowl.
On the other side of things, I'm trying to get released around my born day, but a nigga keeping beef with the beast.
Fuck the police, cause all of them niggas is fake. Don't lose your CR, son, you get your open date.
Gun, I'ma see it regardless, cause I got 2 violent felony charges.
And you know your appeal's in progress.
You my dog, done.
And we gon' keep this tight. I keep your commissary fat, I'ma keep you right.
I got the chronic stashed in a coffee carton and kicks. Good looking for the bitches, butt naked in the flick.
And you ain't gotta thank me, real niggas do real things. I keep freak hoes, they really do ill things. I'm outside on the streets, just holding it down.
I'm in jail pumping iron, son, and reading books.
I'm in the studio, dropping 16s with hooks.
I'm in the yard in the cypher, just smoking my sticks.
I'm in Queens, Coliseum, just copping you kicks.
I hit the little library, hope to come home soon.
I just finished up the album, finna drop in June.
Yeah.
I used to be ugly, but now these bitches is Medusa. And guess what? I made you executive producer. Some extra G's, so when you come home, you breathe.
They won't believe to see me come straight home to a V. Pigs pressing me, wanting autographs for these seeds. I got a CO thinking that we gon' fuck when I leave.
Your nigga think about this money. Fuck them hoes, we gon' throw a
Found the weed out at one of the shows. You know, when that album came out, man, I was 19 years old, man. That was around the time that Nas had dropped the QB's Finest album. Capone and Noriega had dropped. That was kind of like the pinnacle for hip hop for me. And CNN was a group that represented the struggle. Capone at that time was one of my favorite rappers. I liked Capone more than I liked Noriega. Even though Noriega has become the superstar with Drink Champs and stuff, the reason I wanted to talk about this and acknowledge this podcast that he did with Memphis Bleak is because, you know, Capone is underrated. And he has some things to say about duos staying connected.
She legendary. You fucking kidding me, man?
Yeah.
Like, y'all careers include separation, you know what I mean? Solo success, reunions. What kept the connection between y'all so strong? Because a lot of groups break up. You know what I mean?
Shit.
Y'all broke up but never really broke up.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Every brothers have fights. All brothers have fights. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're from the same mother, you're from the same pop, or you're from a different part, you know how they go.
That's right.
Every family have feuds. But with us, what makes us dope is that his kids is my blood. Like, so he has something to stick to. Some people don't have nothing to stick to. They just lose touch and they just let it go. I can't do that.
That's right.
Because if I need a blood transfusion, his kids can literally give me blood.
That's right.
That's my blood family. So that makes us a lot of bit. So when we beefing, his mother be like, man, you better talk to that motherfucker.
That's right.
Grandma, you better talk to that motherfucker on the heart. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it just made us have to stick along. And we genuinely love each other.
Yeah.
No matter how much we fight, we met each other when we was kids.
Yeah.
And we knew each other for all our kids, all our ups and downs, all our deaths in our families, we knew each other for that.
That's real shit. That's real shit, man.
Fuck what we sold, fuck what we did. You know, I seen all those kids born. You see all my kids born.
That's right, man.
Except one, already.
That's dope, because a lot of groups separate, man. Labels, groups, all that, man. But a lot of New York groups, I respect. Y'all all stuck together, man, like, for the most part. You know what I mean? Like, you look, Smith & Wesson.
Yeah.
Mobb Deep, rest in peace, Prodigy. They were still dropping projects together, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Helter Skelter, rest in peace, Sean Price.
Crazy because a lot of people think like a two-man group is like easy.
Yeah.
And it's just as hard as Wu-Tang.
Yeah, because niggas was lazy.
He got his own manager. I got our own manager. He got his own management team. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it took me to like Chris Lighty, but then he can go do what he want. I can go do what I want, and then there's people.
You know, that's interesting about staying connected. And one thing I want to say about duos is that, you know, I've been a solo artist for 20 years now, plus 20 years, and I'm about to create a project that is like a debut project for me with a family member, and I'm excited about it. We're gonna create a duo, me and my cousin Jack Boy, and I'm glad that it's family because we're connected forever regardless, because we're family and we're close family at that. We're more like brothers than cousins. But when I think about duos and the duos that I specifically like, I liked when Havoc released the new Mobb Deep through Mass Appeal, and he highlighted his brother Prodigy. You know, duos have their problems though, but time heals all wounds, I feel like. And hip hop is a thing. Some people perceive it to be a job, or they want to be successful and financially stable from it, and we all will get our just due eventually, even if it's afterlife. But I like to see Capone and Noriega, which they mentioned in this interview that they're going to collaborate and do another project. Salute to that. I like to see brothers like them, the Locks. You know, I like to see Bun B still talking about Pimp C, 8 Ball and MJG still collaborating. 8 Ball is coming to Charlotte. I think he's going to be here tomorrow, debuting his book that he's supposed to release. And duos is just something that is interesting, man. But it was another take mentioned on this Memphis Bleak podcast that was said about their classic album. You know, their debut album was a classic. You know, The War Report. It's no doubt about it. They had great records on that project. They didn't have one bad record. And Capone said something that I didn't have knowledge of, and I want to break it down with y'all.
Up to the money ain't come until I'm leaving. And
that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
that's
like
what he's trying to say.
it made.
So listen, what I'm
I
saying.
get it. Because coming to age, I went back to the block.
Listen what changed
I went back.
everything.
I know.
This is what changed everything.
Yeah.
The NORE album, right?
Mm-hmm.
It changed my life. You know why? Because I got locked up on the War Report album. And when the War Report album came out, they still didn't believe it was me. Because they didn't see none of my videos.
That's right.
They didn't see me. They still like, that's not you. That's not
Wait,
you.
the can you said?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in the can. Because this is all I got.
Right.
That's right.
I got white cracker CEOs telling me that ain't you.
Yeah.
They're still kicking me in my ass. Get the fuck out of here. right. So the album dropped, and MTV came into jail to see me. And at that point, it was only me and Tupac who had 2 fucking MTV interviews. Only other person who had an MTV interview at the time, and we looked the same. We both had the same glass of. We embodied that jail greens with the specs look.
Yeah.
It was only 2 people.
That's interesting to me because I want to close this out and celebrate Capone and Noriega, but you can have a classic album and it not make you financially stable. People think once they get into hip hop and they start to sell records or they get a record deal, that it's a life-changing situation and they don't have to work anymore or they don't have to do things outside of the music. He just explained to you that didn't nobody even know who he was after they dropped the War Report. It wasn't until the NORE album that he became financially stable, and at that time he was in jail. And it wasn't even financially stable. Let me correct myself. When the NORE album came out, that's when people acknowledged that he was Capone. That's interesting. I listened to an interview as of recently with Zaytoven. He was talking about that he kept his barber job. You know, in the South, we know Zaytoven for hits with Gucci Mane, creating So Icy with Gucci and Jeezy. A lot of the street hits that we love a lot. And he said he didn't stop doing his day job until the Migos did the song with Drake, Versace. He was in the game for a decade before that song was ever created. I just want to acknowledge that because I want to let young brothers know, don't stop doing you. Don't stop your craft. Continue on, because music isn't a guarantee. Let me give Memphis Bleak, Capone, and Noriega a round of applause. And, you know, especially Memphis Bleak, because he's been a real one holding it down for a long time. Let's go. You know, at the top of the podcast, I played a Fabulous record off of Summertime Shootout 2. Fabulous hasn't released any new music. I don't know why. It could be contractual issues. He hasn't released a full body of work, pause, in a long time, but he's released singles and freestyles on his YouTube channel and certain songs on, you know, Apple Music and all of that, though. But I feel like he's doing a disservice to the hip hop community, to people who really appreciate bars, metaphors, and triple entendres and double entendres and things like that, fly nigga rap styles and all of that. I feel like he's done a disservice by not releasing a body of work. But recently, Remy Ma put out a freestyle, you know, over this beat. I don't know where this is from. I think it's from Jamaica, you know, whoever produced this record. And Fabulous came back the following week and he released a song to it. Let's check it out.
We are here to ensure that the thing runs smooth and we don't have no college and we don't want no debt in this.
DJ Bombo Clap, man.
Yeah, Brooklyn Badazz. Hey.
Got me on the beat, so it's a banger.
Hey, look. Just touchdown in the yard. Celebration dance, touchdown with the squad. This is not a local touchdown, we abroad. Let's rap about it though, touchdown like the pod. Bank like TD, touchdown with the card. Pick six to kick it, touchdown with the broads. She on all fours, touchdown like a quad. So I had to run it back, touchdown 100 yards. Keep me in the end zone, not the friend zone. That'll get you gemstones on your skin tone. Fruity pebbles for the 10, not a Tim Dome. Ass make the bed rock like the Flintstones. Tricks of a kids and this money been grown. And that get under niggas' skin like an ingrown. Up on these niggas, you would think I sent drones. Where they try to cross, you would think I went chrome. Tryna get me on cam, pink fur, pink phone. Tryna dip with my jewels like I'm Jim Jones. We don't really book rooms, niggas rent homes. Put away that Sprint phone or get sent home. It's a secret society, all we access trust. Only niggas doing it to the max is us. Paper coming through like they was faxing us. So we gotta keep chopped like it's an axe with us. West Indies like it's say in a kicks. That's how we stepping through that 876. Cake very thick like a plate's never miss. Pussy tastes like rum punch, take every sip. Yo, I used to serve a J that was cool as LL. I was selling butter soft like a Pell Pell. I remember back spot trips for 12-12. Now I'm doing bad mind shit in 12-12. First night drinking light, just chilling, drinking life. Then it's back to the villa where the teens link 'em nice. Tell 'em follow Porsche truck, hit the blinker lights. Next day, hit a next party, pink and white. Then we go tropical, heard it be poppin' too. Rain can't shut it down, Bob's unstoppable. My dog Anthony just sent the address. And Big Larry bringing Brooklyn badness. We only got room for another bad bitch. Girl, it's Easter Sunday, hopping like the rabbits. Shout out this leg, got the Rick on display. Know I had to come silky when I came to risque, ayy.
Go check out that record, Brooklyn Badness. Salute to Fabulous. Also, I want to say salute to the cameraman who he flew out. Pause. He flew him out to create the content. I like that Fabulous raps match the visual, because the things that he's saying in the rap, he's showing them in the visual. That is rare. A lot of people talk about things that they ain't doing. A lot of niggas capping on these records. Fabulous showed you what he was saying. Salute to that. Whoever produced that beat also, you know, the Caribbean brothers down there in Jamaica, Haiti, Turks and Caicos, the Bahamas, Puerto Rico, Dominicano. Salute to y'all, man. It's a vibe down there, man. Real talk. Cuba also. Great record from Fabulous. You know, I give that a 10 out of a 10. I like it better than the Remy Ma freestyle because Remy was dissing Pap and Clarissa Shields, even though what she did was a great record also, though. But I fancy Fab music more. Great record, real talk. We got some conversations to have. We got to talk about, you know, DJ Khaled releasing this record with Future and Lil Baby. One of them. DJ Khaled hasn't released a record in a couple of years. He's known for forcing hits and creating hits. And I'm not a hater of DJ Khaled, man. He was being ridiculed for not speaking up for Palestine when they was in the war with Israel and the things that was going on with Hamas and Palestine and Israel and, you know, all of that stuff going over there that's political. But we're going to play this behind the scenes clip of this record with Lil Baby and Future. Then we're going to get into the record. Then we're going to give some commentary to the record and play a few podcasts talking about what their thoughts was of the record. Let's get to it.
Cal, where we at? Man, you see it. Future, Lil Baby, Llama God. It's special. It's one of them. Ain't no coming down. Told you pussy niggas, this the realest as it gets. Throw me in the trap, I show you how to control that hoe. Stand with junkies, ain't going home so my bank don't fold. I don't gotta sell drugs to live and I'm thankful for.
You know, I'm interested in Future's new record and his new project that he's releasing. I hope he takes his time with it and releases another classic, because I'm a supporter of Future. I don't like to use the word fan, as y'all know, if y'all know me and y'all know my platform. Lil Baby, I'm not I don't like Lil Baby's lyricism, his cadence, the way he presents records. I feel like he has fallen off. DJ Khaled, you know, I don't want to sound like a hater, so you know, my grandmama told me if you ain't got nothing positive to say, don't say nothing at all. We get ready to get into this reaction. It's one of them. We're going to listen to the record. We're going to come back and give our commentary. Let's go.
We the best music while they watching us win. Another anthem on the
biggest you can get. You dig what I'm saying?
God.
On the biggest guard.
Another one, and another one, and another one.
We not about to play with these people.
DJ Khaled.
Me now.
Everybody, this is one of them. Two-tone Maybach, this a 1-on-150. Set the standards, motivate them, baby, come chill. I done told you, this the realest as it gets. Throw me in the trap, I show you how to control that. Stand with junkies, ain't going home to dangerous, hold tight. Everybody, this is one of them. Two-tone Maybach, this a one-on-one 50. Set the standards, motivate them, baby, come chill. I done told you, this the realest as it gets.
Dog food, it look like some hair running on my wrist. Fentanyl, I just spent the whole block on my street. I feel like the richest in the trench. Eliante diamonds look like Birdman in my pit. Soon as I touch $1 billion, I'm bringing your moolah. Get your talk, I'm the biggest boss. By the jet now, change flows, change clothes, not a nose, leave him in a gas plant. I charge a virgin made back for a feature, I'm taxing. Rico, murder trial, my dog, know to say nothing. 1 mil, 2 mil, 3 mil, just on necklace. Young came up, same, we ain't have nothing. Oh, well, none of them, not one of them, too much pressure. I made a way for these.
You know, I ain't gonna make y'all ears suffer anymore. What was said that was significant? Trash. So all I'm gonna say is it was trash. Lil Baby, I don't know what he be talking about, man. His cadence, the way he presents his raps, is dated. You know, 2020 when he had the song for George Floyd and everything, he was at his peak. I think it's over for Lil Baby. I'm just being honest with you. I think it's over for DJ Khaled. I got some hope for Future. You know, Future is a generational talent. He's one of the artists that has more #1 hits than a lot of individuals. If you do your research on Future, he's one of the greatest of all time when it comes to hip hop. But I want to know y'all thoughts on that record, man. On Lil Baby's last album, he had a record that was similar to that, featuring Future and Young Thug. And then Young Thug had a record that was similar to that, featuring Future and Young Thug. Why didn't Khaled put Young Thug on the record? Also, because that beat, it may be the production. You know, whoever is doing this production might need to switch it up because it's nothing new. When hip hop culture only evolves when you're creating something that has never been done before. I don't want to call the record trash, but it's nothing that hasn't been done before already. It's similar to what has already been created. Let's get into this reaction from Jay-Z. He was listening to the record. Let's see what, you know, let's see. It got to be a business deal because some money got to be being made. I think DJ Khaled is a Rock Nation artist. What would have Hove has said on that? You know, when I think about me as an artist, I don't even know what I would have said on that. Future talking about fentanyl and drugs and this and that. Lil Baby, I don't know what he talking about on the record. It's just not significant to my perspective of rap and what's hot at the moment. You know, DJ Khaled could have went a totally different direction. It's other people that could have represented, and we're gonna see what this sells when the sales numbers is released.
Okay. Speaking of Khaled, that song was kind of rough, ain't it? Oof.
I haven't heard it yet. It's good?
Hove loved it. Good and terrible. No, he didn't. Don't do that. See? Look how fast you go.
Was he bobbing? Was he like...
You didn't see what I put in the chat? I said, damn, Hove's a good liar.
That shit hard. His forehead's crushed and everything.
Nah, man.
Oh, fuck with it.
Hove like, yeah, I think this rap shit is over with. That's what he told Juan. Yeah, I think rap is in trouble. Like, that song is trash. That song is, bruh. I listened to that shit twice and was like, nah.
It's just, it's more of like the same. I liked when Khaled pushed the envelope with the collabs and the producer. It's just like, I have this song 1,000 times.
Yeah, putting Lil Baby and Future on a song is just kind of like...
It's not even that.
And Khaled used to find unique ways to do it. It's just this. It's the same.
It's not about putting them two on a song. It's because those two can make hit records.
Together, oh, for sure.
that song is just bad though.
It's the same pocket.
Like I don't
Same
care who,
beat,
I don't care what
same.
strip club they play that in. I don't care what girls are on stage shaking ass to it. That song, that song is that's a bad song.
I agree. I can't agree more. That's a bad song. I'm looking forward to Future's new record. I'm not looking forward to DJ Khaled record. And if DJ Khaled hears this, you know, don't try to force hit records. Don't try to force radio records. Do something different. Please do something different. You hit it at the ballpark when you did that song with Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, and Jay-Z, and you did that song with Jay-Z and Nas. You got to do something different. You know, what you've been doing is forcing hit records and forcing records that you think that the people want. But, you know, this one isn't it. Real talk. Let's move along in the conversation, though. You know, I want to touch bases on this Friday reenactment with Ice Cube's son and Chris Tucker's son. You know, when I visited L.A., me and my wife, my beautiful wife, my queen, we went to where Friday was shot, and we got to experience it and be up under the palm trees in the California blue skies on a beautiful sunny day in August and experience this. And it felt nostalgic. But, you know, they recreated this. They used another name, Thursday or whatever, and they shot this video or whatever. But let's check it out.
Hello, it's your partner, Big Boy. Angelinos, are you ready? Do you know what day it is? Yes, it's draft day. That's right, the Rams draft day. Who are the Rams going to pick? We shall find out. Y'all continue to hang out with us in the neighborhood, Big Boy neighborhood.
No stopping all the dogs I'm dropping. It's Friday night, so everything is popping. I got spin on the hand, so let the games begin.
Whose house?
Ram's house, baby.
What I'm talking about. I know you don't want to stay cooped up in the crib all day. I know this. So I'm gonna take you to Draft House today. Cause it's Thursday, the Rams got a first round pick, and we ain't got shit to do.
I like that. I like that.
Oh, I'm Terry, man.
Who's he with?
I don't know, but hide your stuff.
What's up, little Smokey? Craig Jr. I brought my dogs with me.
Hello, dogs.
What you got for us?
Yo, what you got for us, punk?
None.
Yeah. You know, I used to play with the Rams. Drafted in 91. 11th round.
We know.
Man, can you just give me my ring back?
What ring? You know what? I'm ready to go right now, bless cause. What, Terry still got it? Huh?
Damn! I can hear that. Every time, Terry.
Yeah, that's right. We out.
Why do they hang out?
Why? That's why. Oh, we need to go. Come on, man.
I don't know why y'all tripping on that draft so much.
Who you think we picking, YG?
Man, F them picks. I ain't gonna tell you young street punks again, stay off my grass.
YG, chill.
Why you always hating?
He in my driveway.
Yo, what up, Big
Yo.
Dog? You think they gonna draft enough Big Boy to help you out in the trenches?
Man, playing with these picks like playing my emotions.
You got it, man. Go ahead. Man, this Thursday's gonna make our whole season. And you know this, man?
Don't sleep on Friday, though.
You know it ain't no stopping all the dogs I'm dropping. It's Friday night, so everything is popping. I got skin to spin on the hand, so let the games begin. Yakety yak, don't talk back over a song.
Let me give a round of applause to O'Shea Jackson Jr. and Chris Tucker's son and the Rams and LA in totality. One thing that I can say about LA and its culture is that it has influenced black people nationwide. You got people embracing these movies, that is knowing these movies by heart and reenacting them. You got people wanting to be in gang culture that is in Wyoming and Louisiana, Alabama, and Tennessee. They want to be Crips and Bloods. I don't understand it, but you know, salute to LA for being so influential. I feel like, you know, they probably got paid for that skit for doing the draft or whatever for the Los Angeles Rams, but they should go ahead and make that a whole complete, you know, Tubi movie or a Netflix movie or something, because they probably could do it at a low rate and it'll still be good. Do y'all want that or do y'all not want that? You know, educate me in the comment section below. Let's have the conversation. Real talk. Let's move along in the conversation, though. You know, people been talking about the removal of the Memphis Grizzlies from Memphis, Tennessee to Nashville. It has sparked conversation, debates, people wanting to counsel other individuals, people viewing people differently. Charles Barkley, Matt Barnes, Stephen A. Smith, and a plethora of other individuals have talked about this. And I want to further this discussion because I'm a Tennessee native. And I have a take on this that I think is valuable.
I guess LeBron said he didn't like Memphis or Milwaukee, and for some reason everybody went crazy on the Memphis parts.
I'm staying at the fucking Hyatt at 41 years old. You think I would being in Memphis on a random ass Thursday? I'm not like the first guy even talk about it in the NBA. Like, we all like, you guys have to move. Just go over to Nashville. You got Vanderbilt over there. You got the NASCAR, you got a stadium. Don't they got a hockey team too?
Yeah, Predators.
Yeah. Like, they got everything.
Then they turned it into race, which is the best way to get idiots and fools talking about anything. Every loser in the world wants to be racist. And Stephen A. jumped in, Jason Whitlock jumped in, Cam Newton jumped in, Ryan Clark jumped in, and Matt Barnes jumped in. Oh, these are all brothers. You probably should sit this one out. Yo, man, what the fuck are y'all doing, man? LeBron don't like Memphis. Okay.
You know, the problem that I have with that and the problem that I have with LeBron James, the way he spoke. And this is just my perspective. I could be right. I could be wrong. I would like to hear y'all perspective in the comment section below on this topic. But my thought process about that is that when you seen LeBron James on that golf course in Memphis, Tennessee, before he played that game and he was complaining about being in Memphis, Tennessee, who did you see on that golf course with him? He said, I'm 41 years old. I don't want to be in Memphis on a random Thursday. Didn't nobody tell you to continue to play at 41 years old? Retire, fuck nigga. You are in the blackest city in the United States. This is why race has to be mentioned, because we want to see our people have access to something financial that's professional. Me anyway, I don't know about y'all. But at the end of the day, I want to see us have access to resources. And the Memphis Grizzlies is a resource to the city of Memphis, Tennessee, and you want it removed. Talking about it being removed to the predominantly Caucasian city in the nation, country music capital in the nation, Nashville, Tennessee, with some Caucasians. I need to know y'all thoughts and perspectives on this because, you know, Charles Barkley is sitting up there saying he's an Alabama native. LeBron don't like Memphis. I understand that. I don't like Memphis either. I don't like the behavior of our people in Memphis, but I still want to see those individuals have resources. I still want to see people have access to capital. LeBron James is a billionaire. What is he providing to the people in the city of Memphis? Absolutely nothing. He's complaining about his age. He's complaining about the conditions of Memphis. And Charles Barkley is trying to protect LeBron James' perspective.
I don't know cockroaches that like him, but that's neither here nor there. And let me not even mention his name because he ain't worth it, so I'll leave that alone. Ryan Clark, Matt Barnes and I weren't trashing each other. We had a disagreement, Charles Barkley. Just like you and I are about to have a disagreement right now. The difference is that, you know, unlike when we're talking about that other dude that I just mentioned, it's not going to be disrespectful. You're talking about we have to do better. Respectfully, Charles Barkley, you have to do better. Why don't you listen to the substance of what's being said before you have a comment about it and really dissect it? You know you're my brother. I love you to death. You know that. But if we going to sit up here and talk about we got to do better, that applies to you too. Now, the Charles Barkley that I know used to go off all the time about politicians and society and not thinking about poor people. So much so that Charles Barkley was the one that was seen on numerous occasions throughout the years talking about how he might run for the governor's seat in the state of Alabama. And when they asked you why, you said, I just want to look out for poor people.
You know, I'm not going to take too much time on this topic at hand because I really want to know y'all perspective about it. But Charles Barkley was also speaking amongst people that is not like himself and telling those other individuals that we have to do better because they were speaking against what LeBron James was saying. To me, and I'm going to close the whole podcast out with this. To me, I want to know y'all thoughts on this though, but to me, you know, it comes to a point where people become successful and people have obtained finances and a level of success that they can't relate to the people that they was once in the bucket with. And they want to remove themselves from that lifestyle and they start to speak against that. LeBron James and Charles Barkley is out of touch. That's just my take. But you know what? It says in the showrunner at the bottom down here, nobody cares, man. Hit the like button for your boy, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to my show. Thank y'all for supporting me. You know, the Jackson Boys will be back next week. And the following week after that, we'll be doing a live in the studio. Peace, love, plenty, abundance. Make sure you go get you some money. And I'm gone. Chill.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.